You've been looking through your thoughts, not at them. Do you ever feel like you're just drowning in your own thoughts? Like you're caught in this relentless current of anxiety, worry, and self-criticism, and you keep getting pulled under? That feeling of being tossed around by wave after wave of mental noise. It's exhausting, isn't it? It feels like you're in a constant battle with your mind, and most days, it feels like you're losing. But what if I told you that you were never actually in the water to begin with? What if you could change your entire relationship with your thoughts just by making one simple shift in your perspective? Stay with me, because that's the shift I'm going to share with you, and it has the power to change everything. Section 1. The problem: drowning in the stream. For most of us, our inner world feels like this chaotic, powerful force that dictates our happiness and our peace. We don't just experience our thoughts, we become them. When an anxious thought like, "I'm going to fail this presentation," pops into your head, you don't just notice it, you inhabit it. You start looking at the world through that thought. All of a sudden, your colleagues' neutral faces look like they're judging you. The computer screen feels like a mountain you can't climb. The thought isn't just a thought anymore. It has become your reality. It's a distorted lens that colors everything you see and feel. This is what psychologists call cognitive fusion. It's a state where we're so tangled up in our thoughts that they feel like absolute truths that control our reality. When you're fused with a thought like, "I'm unlovable," you don't see it as a passing mental event. You feel it as a fundamental fact about who you are. This is what keeps us stuck. It shrinks our world and makes it incredibly hard to deal with life's challenges in a healthy, constructive way. We spend so much energy fighting these thoughts, trying to push them away or arguing with them in our heads. We wrestle with the worry, trying to force it into submission. We struggle against the sadness, pretending it isn't there. This constant battle is draining. It leaves us feeling powerless, like we're at the mercy of a mind that's turned against us. But this whole struggle is based on a huge misunderstanding of what thoughts are and who we are in relation to them. The reason you feel like you're drowning is because you believe you are the chaotic water. But you're not. You are the one who is aware of it. Section 2. The shift in perspective: finding the riverbank. Here is the simple yet profound shift. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Imagine for a moment that your thoughts aren't some turbulent sea you're trapped in. Instead, they're like leaves floating down a gently flowing stream. And you? You're not in the water, struggling. You are sitting peacefully on the grassy riverbank, just watching those leaves go by. Some leaves are dark and heavy. Those are your anxious or sad thoughts. Some are light and colorful, your happy, creative ones. Some float by in a flash, while others might linger, swirling in a little eddy for a while before moving on. From your spot on the riverbank, you can see all of them. You can notice their shape, their color, their texture. But you don't have to jump into the water to grab them, push them, or change their course. Your only job is to watch. This is the core idea behind so many mindfulness practices and modern therapies. It's the practice of creating a little space, of nurturing what's called the observer self. And this isn't just a nice idea, it's a neurological reality. Neuroscience shows that when you consciously observe your thoughts, instead of just reacting to them, you actually activate the prefrontal cortex, the logical CEO part of your brain. At the same time, you calm down the amygdala, your brain's hyper-reactive alarm system. This shift literally rewires your brain to be less reactive and more resilient. And the first step is just recognizing that you are the observer, not the thoughts themselves. Section 3. The solution: how to watch the leaves float by. So how do we actually move from being lost in the water to sitting on the riverbank? It starts with a few practices known as cognitive diffusion. These are simple techniques designed to help us detach from our thoughts and see them for what they are. Just words, images, and sensations passing through our minds. It's about learning to watch the thoughts, not from within them. The first and simplest technique is called mental noting. When you notice a thought pop up, especially a difficult one, you just gently and without judgment label it. You can say to yourself, thinking, or worrying, or planning. If a feeling comes up, you can just note sadness or anxiety. The goal isn't to get rid of the thought, but just to acknowledge that it's there. By labeling it, you're creating a little separation. You are the one who is noticing the worry. Therefore, you can't be the worry. This simple act trains your brain to see all that mental activity without getting tangled up in it. A second powerful technique is a small but mighty shift in your language. Instead of saying to yourself, "I'm anxious," try reframing it as, "I'm noticing the feeling of anxiety." Instead of, "I'm a failure," try, "I'm having the thought that I'm a failure." This tiny change in wording creates instant space. It transforms the thought from an undeniable fact about you into a temporary mental event you're experiencing. This practice, which comes from acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, helps make our negative thoughts less believable and makes us more comfortable with having them without letting them run the show. Now, it's really important to understand that the goal of these practices is never to stop or suppress your thoughts. Trying to stop thinking is like trying to stop a stream from flowing. It's impossible, and it'll just cause more struggle. The more you try not to think about something, the more you'll think about it. The aim isn't an empty mind, but a mind where thoughts can come and go freely, without taking you with them. You just let them pass by, like clouds in the sky or leaves on that stream. You can't control the leaves, and that's okay. The real practice is one of acceptance. And if this idea of finding the riverbank is resonating with you, consider subscribing. We explore practical, gentle ways to find a bit more inner peace every week, and I'd love for you to be part of our community. Section 4. A guided practice. Your seat on the riverbank. Now that we've talked about the concept, let's take a few minutes to actually experience it. I invite you to join me in a short, guided practice based on that leaves on a stream exercise. Go ahead and find a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair with your feet on the floor or lying down. Gently close your eyes, or just lower your gaze to a soft, neutral spot in front of you. Let's begin by taking 3 slow, deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth. Inhale again, and as you exhale, just feel your body starting to settle. One last time, a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Now, in your imagination, bring to mind a beautiful, peaceful stream. Maybe it's flowing through a lush, green forest or a quiet valley. Picture it in whatever way feels calming to you. See the clear water moving gently over smooth stones. Hear the soft, trickling sound as it flows. Maybe you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin and a gentle breeze. You are sitting on the soft, grassy bank of this stream, totally comfortable and safe. Now just become aware of your mind. Notice whatever thoughts are popping up. They might be words, pictures, memories, plans for later. You don't need to do anything with them. Just notice them as they appear. As each thought comes into your mind, I want you to imagine placing it gently onto a leaf that's floating by on the stream. It might be a worry about the future. Just place it on a leaf and watch it float away. It could be a memory from the past. Place it on a leaf. Maybe it's a judgment about yourself or even about this exercise. Just place it on a leaf and let the stream carry it. Your only job is to watch. You're just sitting on the bank, observing the stream of your thoughts. Don't try to push the leaves or make them go faster. Don't try to hold on to the pleasant ones. Simply allow them to float by at their own speed. Sooner or later, you might notice that a leaf gets stuck. Maybe it's a particularly difficult or sticky thought. It might just swirl around in one spot, refusing to float away. That's perfectly okay. This is an exercise in acceptance. If a leaf gets stuck, just allow it to be stuck. Observe it without needing to fix it or struggle with it. Don't get in the water to push it. Just keep watching, and when you're ready, turn your attention to the next leaf that comes along. If you find that you've been carried away by the stream, that you forgot you were on the bank and got lost in a thought, that's also okay. In fact, that's a normal part of the practice. The moment you realize you've been swept away, you've already come back. So, gently and without any criticism, just escort yourself back to your seat on the riverbank and go back to watching the leaves go by. For the next minute, just continue this practice on your own, placing each thought on a leaf and watching it float down the stream. Just observing, just being. Now gently let go of the image of the stream. Bring your awareness back to the feeling of your body, wherever you are. Notice the sensation of the air on your skin and the feeling of your breath moving in and out. When you're ready, you can slowly begin to open your eyes, bringing this sense of quiet observation back with you into the room. Section 5. Living on the riverbank. That feeling of peace and distance you may have just felt, that is always available to you. It's your natural state. Living on the riverbank isn't something you only do for a few minutes in a meditation. It's a way of relating to your mind that you can carry with you into every moment of your life. Consistent practice, even for just a few minutes a day, can create real, measurable benefits in your life. It can improve your focus, help you regulate your emotions, and lower your overall stress and anxiety. The key is just gentle consistency. You are unlearning a lifetime of habit, a lifetime of jumping into the water after every single thought. So be patient and kind with yourself. Some days you'll spend more time in the water than on the bank, and that's all right. Every single time you notice you're caught in the current, you have a new opportunity to gently guide yourself back to your seat. That moment of noticing is the victory. That is a moment of mindfulness. Over time, you'll find that the thoughts themselves don't really change. The stream of worry, planning, and remembering will probably keep on flowing. But your relationship to it will be transformed. The thoughts will no longer have the power to pull you under. You'll be able to see them for what they are, just passing mental events, and you will remain grounded in the calm, steady awareness of the observer. Conclusion. The most profound shift on the journey toward inner peace is this: realizing you've been looking through your thoughts, not at them. You've let them become the lens for your entire world, distorting your reality and causing so much pain. But you have the power to change this. You can learn to step back and simply watch the stream. This isn't some magic cure, but it is a new way of being. It's the path from being a prisoner of your mind to being its curious, compassionate, and steady observer. The peace you're looking for isn't in a mind that's free of thoughts. It's in the freedom from being controlled by them. You have a seat on the riverbank waiting for you, always. All you have to do is remember to take it. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If you tried the guided practice, I would love to hear about your experience in the comments below. What was it like for you to sit on the riverbank? Sharing our journeys helps us all feel a little less alone.